Today, we are taking a look at Toru Hagakure from My Hero Academia, released as a GiGO-exclusive figure. This figure is available in two versions, a normal version with full coloring and a transparent version that uses transparent parts for areas such as the face, arms, and legs. The outfit, expression, and pose are the same, but when the two figures are displayed together, they create very different impressions. I plan to upload another video with a more detailed review of the sculpt, outfit, and individual parts, so please check that video if you would like a closer look. For this video, I will change the format slightly and focus mainly on my personal impressions after displaying the two versions together. I will also talk about an important point to know before purchasing the transparent version. Next, let us take a look at the two boxes. The normal version uses a large image of Toru Hagakure in her cute pose with a bright background based mainly on yellow and yellow-green colors. The transparent version uses the same pose, but blue and light blue horizontal lines run across the entire design, with the transparent form of Toru Hagakure appearing faintly behind them. The normal version gives off a bright and energetic impression, while the transparent version places more emphasis on Toru Hagakure's unique ability. When the boxes are placed together, the different backgrounds and visual effects clearly separate the two versions, even though they use the same character image. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned that there is an important point to know about the transparent version. There is actually a small warning printed in Japanese on the side of the box. It says that air bubbles will always be present because of the manufacturing process. The same warning does not appear on the box for the normal version, so I believe it is referring specifically to the transparent parts. This means that even if air bubbles can be seen inside the transparent version, they are treated as something caused by the manufacturing process rather than as a defective product. Because the inside of transparent parts can be seen clearly, anyone considering this version should understand in advance that air bubbles may be present. Next, let us check the transparent version that I actually opened. I personally did not notice the warning about air bubbles at all until after opening this figure. Because of that, I carefully checked the transparent parts to see how many air bubbles were inside. On the figure I received, I could not find any bubbles that were large or noticeable enough to personally bother me. However, I do not know how large the bubbles can become or whether my figure simply happened to have very few noticeable bubbles. Since the warning is clearly printed on the box, there may be figures where the bubbles are easier to see. If you want the transparent parts to be as close to perfect as possible, you may want to purchase more than one figure and choose the best one. Another option would be to purchase an already opened figure after checking its actual condition. Looking at the two figures together like this, I was surprised by how different the atmosphere becomes, even though the pose is exactly the same. The normal version makes it easier to clearly see the expression, hair, arms, legs, and the full sculpt of the figure. The transparent version keeps the colors of the school uniform while making the face, arms, and legs transparent, creating a presentation that directly reflects Toru Hagakure's quirk. Because her quirk makes her body invisible, I think that is why the figure was released in both a normal version and a transparent version. Since the sculpt is the same, the difference is focused almost entirely on the transparent parts, which also makes the two versions easy to compare when displayed together. There are not a huge number of characters with invisibility abilities or equipment that makes them transparent. However, even without transparent parts, I think it would be interesting to see more figures released in matching poses with different outfits. For example, the same character could be released in the same pose, wearing a regular outfit and a battle outfit. If the pose and direction were kept the same, it would be easy to directly compare the different colors and silhouettes created by each costume. It would also make the figures feel more unified when displayed together. It is not very common to see two clearly differentiated versions released at the same time like this. However, figures using the same sculpt with a different outfit color are often released later as recolored versions. Some collectors may want every color variation of a favorite character, while others may choose only the color they like the most when the sculpt is the same. For this Toru Hagakure figure, the normal version may be the better choice for people who want to clearly see the complete sculpt. The transparent version may appeal more to people who want a figure that strongly represents the character's quirk. Personally, I feel that the most interesting part of this release appears when both versions are displayed together rather than choosing only one. Which do you prefer, the normal version or the transparent version? When it is one of your favorite characters, do you also collect recolored versions or figures with different outfits that use the same sculpt? Also, which character would you like to see released in the same pose with both a regular outfit and a battle outfit? Please let me know in the comments. In this video, I briefly compared the normal and transparent versions and also explained the important point about the transparent parts. I plan to upload a more detailed review covering the face, hair, outfit, pose, and other parts later. If this figure interests you, please check that video as well. Thank you very much for watching. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.